Okay, so we're gonna transfer this design to our freezer paper. There is a shiny side. This needs to be put down because this is wax and this will heat up and stick to your shirt. Okay, so you need to make sure that the non-shiny side is what you are drawing on. And if you're not sure, make sure you ask me, okay? Because if you do this the other way, you're gonna have a shirt that's backwards, okay? So we want that facing down. I'm gonna just show you with something that I printed because this is gonna be quicker. You would have something that's hand-drawn. I have two places that I'm gonna do two different colors. So this first color is the black, and I don't know if you can see all the way up there. Let me hold it up. There's like a drop shadow right behind it. So it has like a funny kind of shape to it. So I'm gonna trace this. I've already drawn it, okay? You would have hand drawn this. I just printed mine for speed. You're gonna take the back of it and you're gonna use, I would say, like a real wooden pencil. You're gonna, on the side of the pencil, put a whole bunch of graphite right behind where your image is. Okay, so back here. And it's okay if it's, you know, it's better to be too much than not enough. So we're basically making our own, like, tracing paper. That's what this is. Let's see if I got all of it. Just like I said, do a little bit more if you're not 100% sure. You could, I mean, cover the whole thing, but I know I don't have anything over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this. I'm gonna center it on my freezer paper. I'm gonna take some tape and I'm gonna tape this down to make sure that I don't move this, because if I move it, then everything's not gonna line up. And so then I have to tell myself, okay, this is the color that I'm going to use. And you could even tape it to this board if you wanted to, so it doesn't move. This is what I'm gonna trace. I'm gonna trace all of my drop shadows first. So all of that back part. And you really don't want a, like, a really sharp pointy pencil, and that's what that gave me. You want a pretty round, I'm just gonna round this off on my paper, point, so it's not gonna like cut through the paper or tear the paper, okay? So then I'm gonna go through here and I'm gonna just trace the shapes that I want to like show through. So I have a little bit here, a little piece there, a little here. And I need to remember I have to do that back side too, or it's not gonna show up. I did that one here. And you can round stuff out a little better. I mean, if you slip and it's not perfect, you don't wanna worry too much. But I'm tracing both sides so I have like a shape. And so my drop shadow would be different, like a different color. I might have the drop shadow be white and my font be blue or black or something like that. So that's traced. So let's look at just what it shows as the tiger one, so you don't have to keep watching me. So you can see I have all of these shapes up here. You see all of those? And so that's gonna show me what I need to cut out. And I can even see, like on this one, right, I missed like that back part of it. ceramic pencil. As I'm telling you that we need to, you want to trace them like their shapes. So I know that that's what I need to cut out. Can we see that? Okay, so this is going to be like all of my white. So I would go through and I would do the rest of this part, right? Get all this traced. And so this is the board, or this is the screen that is going to be the white of my drop shadow. So I'm like separating my design into sections according to what color they are. Okay. Almost there. So then this section will be cut out. So then the only places that ink will go through will be the places I cut out. Okay, so I'm going to have all of this. You see those little tiny shapes? All of those will be cut out, and then I will have to do this again. I will take this off. This is my white screen, so I'll set that aside. I'm going to put another screen on here. I'm going to take this and tape the same thing, and now I have to tell myself, okay, now I am tracing my black areas, okay? So you might still have that pencil tracing on there, but it just depends on what you actually trace, on what's going to get pushed through on that graphite. Oops. And if you mess up, that's okay. You just go back and trace. You're going to see it on the piece, but you'll know which ones to cut, right? So there's my T. Okay, so then I would cut this out, and this screen would be my black screen. Okay, so I would go through, trace all of those. So it would probably be helpful on your design when you do this the first time, because, I mean, most of the time when you're making something, you're not going to get it right that first go ahead. I mean, you're going to have places you have to erase. So that's why we make our design first on a piece of paper and then color it. And then you can see there's the one that says tiger. Okay. And then when I cut this out, I would know that this would be that darker screen. Now, one thing that you have to remember, and I guess let me go ahead and we're going to trace this real quick, because once you move it, you are never getting it back where it was. And you would probably, well, if I was going to put this on a shirt, I'd be going a little bit slower than what I am now. Okay, so I have this all traced. This would be, like I said, like that darker screen. Now what you have to do for this one is it's going to go through on all of these places. All of this will turn black. This will turn black. What happens if I don't save the inside of that G? Yeah, it'll be covered. It will be like filled in with the color of the black. Okay, of the rest of this font. So I have to save all of my floaters. Like I have to save the inside of the G, the inside of the E. This P just kind of floats inside there. Everything's still connected. I have to save the inside of those O's and the inside of the D. Okay, because I'm going to iron this paper down, and then I'm going to have to very carefully iron these tiny little sections down. Those little spots. That those will get ironed down as well. So then when we squeegee over all this, it will shield the shirt and not let the shirt fill the E in. It will not let the shirt fill in those O's or the D. Okay. So first thing is you are coming up with what you want to draw. This is just a regular sheet of printer paper. These are cut just a little bit bigger. The freezer paper is. And then I want you to color what you want them to look like. And that doesn't mean that it has to be like perfection, you know, colored in. It just means I want to see where it's going to be blue, where it's going to be green, where it's going to be red, and fill that in. So then I know what you expect, what you want it to look like in the end. And then I'm going to be able to help you better get it to that point, right, to achieve that goal. Questions?